Hi parents, I just wanted to take a few minutes to spend some time talking about the latest controversy in the parenting and sleep community this week. You may have seen a new study released about swaddling and the potential that swaddling could increase a baby's risk of SIDS, and it has caused quite a flurry. So I'd like to just point out a few things that you may want to have in mind when trying to evaluate the information and make your own informed decision as a parent. Since the study has come out, there have been several other counter arguments that have come out in response to it, and people and organizations are concerned that the study is being a little bit misrepresented in media, as is often the case, and that parents are being a little misled by the results. So some things that you may want to know and to keep in mind are that this was not a new study. It was actually a review of 4 older studies that were done in the 80s and 90s. And that people are concerned that this study has several limitations, one of the biggest ones being that swaddling isn't really clearly defined in any of the studies as to what constitutes a swaddle or how a baby was swaddled, so that's one of the limitations. And another concern is that the study largely ignores the well-documented benefits of swaddling, which can be very helpful in a baby's first few months. Really what this study confirmed is what we already knew as caregivers and educators and parents, and that is that swaddling needs to be done properly and in following with the guidelines in order for it to be safe. And proper swaddling constitutes that it be tight enough on the upper body that baby cannot wiggle out, and it cannot become, the swaddle itself cannot become loose bedding. So that's one thing you would always want to keep in mind when choosing to swaddle your baby. The other guidelines would include that you put your swaddled baby to sleep on their back, which we all know was always the case and will continue to do, and also that you stop swaddling your baby once they can roll. What we don't want is for a swaddled baby to roll onto their stomach and not have the range of motion to free their face and their airway for breathing. So, what are you to do as a parent if you are now concerned about swaddling or your baby has reached the stage where you need to get him or her out of the swaddle, but they don't seem quite ready? There are some alternatives. You could consider swaddling your baby with either one or both arms out, but leaving the body swaddled would be one alternative. There are also some products that you may want to consider, such as the Merlin Magic Sleep Suit or the Zippity Zip, which allow your baby to feel similarly contained, but with free range of motion with the arms so that they can support themselves if they were to roll over. All you can really do as an informed parent is get both sides of the story and sometimes dig a little deeper, as some of the information on the surface is not always represented entirely accurately, and decide what's best for you and your baby. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll be back next time to talk about what's going on.